In this video, we get a slight tap on the rear and go spinning into a parked car. And, well, my car wants to park itself again as we get this really weird incident. Hello everyone and welcome back to Assetto Corsa Competizione. We're back with the LFM Pro Series and our road to 5k racing, of course. And we're at Valencia in the Ferrari 296. Now, I have to use the same car throughout this series, whether it's good or bad. So I was always going to be in the Ferrari 296. Now, Valencia holds a special place in my heart a little bit, okay, in ACC, because it was the first time I got early access to a piece of content. I love the fact that I got given early access, got to try out the circuit before it came out. Got to show it off to you guys as well. So obviously, I've already got a track guide out there if you want to check out that track guide. And I'm using the same reference points that I talked about then, even here. Now, I'm using a Coach Dave Academy setup. As I've said in the previous video, I am not going to care about setups too much. I'm just going to pick a Coach Dave Academy setup, usually the qualifying setup, pick my favorite one of the qualifying setups, and just use that throughout the championship, okay? Then I don't have to change the downforce, change this, change that. I'm just going to go with that and practice and get better and better and better. Now, here at Valencia, you are looking for a 129 to be on tip-top pace. You really are indeed. And if you can't tell at the moment, we are down on our fastest lap. And I am showing you the fastest lap I did in the qualifying session as we go into the right. Then this is a very hard corner to get right. We go over the bumps there. We gain a bit of time here as we head down towards the last corner. Then we did gain about 2 tenths there as we come into here. Then can we gain a bit more time? That is the question. As we get another half a tenth there, give or take. Going to head towards the line, and it's still in the 31s, unfortunately. And as I say, this is my best lap. I just couldn't get a decent lap in at all. I very much can get a mid-30, I'm sure of that. And as you see there from the qualifying results, very close indeed. A mid-30 would have put me near that top 10, which is where I feel I should have been at least there. But I'm starting P29, really far down the grid. So a bit disappointing from my side, but we'll see what we can do in the race as we get ready here at the start then. P29 so far back. Now, Valencia is very well known for crashes into turn 1, so I was very well aware of this as we kick off. Got 2 Lamborghinis up ahead. We have a McLaren to the right. No, a Ferrari to the right, I apologise. And a McLaren behind here. Going into turn 1. Actually, everybody was really clean here through turn 1. A big surprise, actually. Really big surprise as we head towards turn 2. Then you can see everybody slowing up here. I sort of looked down the inside. There's a bit more of a safety net rather than going for a move there, just to avoid hitting that Lamborghini that was up ahead. We continue on out then. We're still ahead of the Ferrari. The McLaren's got by both of us here, I think, actually. Well played to the McLaren. They come in here a little bit tight, but again, it was sort of like you're changing lines at the start of the race. I'm sort of like, do you move lines? Do you not move lines? They keep ahead of me anyway, so, you know, no harm, no foul. We carry on racing there. It is my fault. I am the car behind, but it's one of those where you don't expect to change in lines earlier on, and that's why I was like, ooh, careful. We continue on out of there then. We get an absolutely insane run on this Lamborghini. In fact, done a spot here, like the Schumacher-Hakkinen days, round the outside like Lamborghini, but the Lamborghini decides to send it on both of us here, and it just causes the crash while another car is there, and we got sent into that car. Very frustrating, very, very frustrating. I was a bit fuming with that, because I was like, why would you send it back 3 wide there? At the time, I thought it was just a Ferrari, but it was the Lamborghini that sort of instigated all of that. Well, I think it was anyway, actually. We're going to check in the bloopers. We'll have bloopers at the very end. We'll have a look, a more detailed look at that incident. All right, through the right we go. We're in P27, I think, which means we have still gained 2 places out of all of that, but we do have some very heavy damage. We've got 11 or 12 seconds of damage at this moment in time. So it is hefty. However, damage isn't impacted as much now in ACC than it ever used to be. And we can see that confirmation there, 41.8 in terms of total pit time, which means it's 12 seconds of damage essentially in there. 11.8 if you want to be really picky. Overhead there, 3 wide, which is also very scary. Lamborghini backs out of it then as we go into turn 1. A bit of contact between the Mercedes and the Porsche. Going to continue on through here. Lamborghini goes defensive on that left-hand side in towards the braking zone. We go, and Lamborghini's going to send it on the Porsche there as well. As we continue on out of here, I've got Simonov to my left here. Car number 1, so lead driver in terms of ratings in this lobby. Let's go into the right-hander then. We are now side by side with said Lamborghini from earlier. As we go into the second right-hander. Can we break away from them then here on lap number 2 at Valencia? As we head up towards the left-hander then. They're sticking it there. They're keeping it there. Still side-by-side action as we continue on through. They didn't want to give me much room on the exit there, though, did they? As Simonov then towards the left. Slight bit of contact there. A bit of rubbing. Nothing major there with the number 1 car as we head into the left-hander then. And we go a bit deep here. You have to bring it back quickly to avoid that Ferrari getting that position. And we avoid that just, I think. They're still there. But it's a right-hander coming up here. Double right-hander into this kink. And then the sharp right-hander. We do get it stopped here. So we survive here. So I think we're down to P28 now. I think once all the numbers settle down here. Yes, there we go. Down into P28 as we go into right-hander. So we're still up. After all of this, we are still up. I have no idea how I'm still up, but I am still up all the same as we head towards the last corner then. Simonov looking down the inside of Lamborghini, pulls it back. This is one of my favorite overtaking corners, actually. It really, really is. As I go through that left-hander then, we continue on out. And I'll say one of my favorite overtaking corners, and one I'm going to try and maximize later on in this race, trust me. Because I was happy with qualifying. I definitely had more pace in qualifying, which does mean I feel I could be further up this grid. Simonov absolutely sent it into turn one there. They both go off a little bit here. I'm going down the inside, but I realize I'm the third car in this train, and I sort of guess Lamborghini was going to go for it. I'll sort of back out of it, fight another day sort of thing. It's an hour-and-a-half race. So, you know, you don't need crazy, crazy moves here. As Simonov goes off there, trying to now sort myself out here. Ferrari slight tap on me again. Slight tap on the McLaren as well. So these nudges, just not needed. Really wasn't needed. I was getting a bit frustrated with the nudges, actually, as we continue on out of there. So I think I'm down in P29 now. Again, I'm still no idea where I'm at, really, because of all the nudges here, there, and everywhere. So let's advance a bit further on in this race then. And fast forward through the left-hander. Got another McLaren behind us now. Car number 5. Not sure why they're so far down. But it's this right-hander then. Through we go. That bump there is very... Well, you see how dangerous it is. The Ferrari goes off. We retake P28 then. So we have now finally gained a position again. We still have that 11.8 seconds of damage though. I have no idea whether it's gone up a little bit. We will see. I don't think there's any need to repair the damage. Oh. What the hell was that? Yeah, what the heck was that? I didn't understand that. The car literally hit the brakes, the rear completely locked up instantly, and I went sideways. Now, I took avoiding action there, so I came off the brakes to avoid Simonov there, wiping them out. So, I did the sportsmanlike thing. I got choking up. It's so good. So, I did the sportsmanlike thing there. I only gained 2 seconds of damage from that. But yeah, literally, I was spearing into Simonov, so I sort of released the brakes, try and get out of the way, and yeah, we carried on. We've advanced further on in the race now. We've caught up to the pack. As I say, I feel like I had pace in this race. Even with the damage now, which is up at near 14 seconds of damage. As we continue on through here, Farmer's been off then. Farming, I imagine, if he's been off in the grass. We're going to send it down the inside then and clip that inside apex. Continue on through up into P34. So we have a journey now. The comeback is on. We are going for this, folks. We are going for this. I don't give up very easily, and I'm not giving up here now in this race. So, a lap later, we've caught up to this Audi R8 then, as we head down towards the left-hander. And again, this is my favorite corner. Remember that for overtaking here at Valencia. It's a really good corner. Get on the inside and get out of there very quickly. Now, the Audi defended it this time, and we're really close to this Audi then. We're in a straight line, but that Audi R8 is so quick in a straight line. You can see here, we're just struggling to get by at the moment as we head towards turn 1. Even in the slipstream, I just couldn't get by then. In towards the braking zone we go. Can we carry some momentum through here? Not quite then, as we head towards the hairpin. The Audi keeping the position for now as we remain in P34. Ooh, nearly into the rear end of them. Gotta be careful there, Tidge. Gotta be careful as we continue on out them into the kink then. Over towards that left-hand side and in towards the braking zone. Now, in we go. Oh, the Audi's lost the rear end a little bit here. We can maximize this. Get down the inside really quickly. Keep it tight. Keep it. Yes, we do. Happy days indeed. So, let's advance further on then. This is a couple of laps later. We've come up to the BMW now. C. Smith. As we go through there. I'm pretty sure we raced Smith in the previous race. Don't quote me on that, though. I can't remember exactly what happened in the previous race. But we're going to head towards the left-hander then, and go look down the inside. No, not quite. That BMW defending this for now. Very nicely indeed. We've got McLaren further up ahead of them. So, we are making this comeback. We are catching everybody up ahead, which, even with this amount of damage, is quite nice, to be honest. Now, at this moment, I'm also debating whether to repair that damage, because you do have to pit in this race, if you haven't noticed. Down in that bottom left-hand side, the pit window is red, which means that when the pit window does open, we do have to pit. You only have to refuel low, don't have to change tyres, although because you are stuck in the pits for a certain amount of time, I'd always recommend changing tyres. Now, that BMW made a slight mistake there. We're going to send it down the inside then into my favourite corner for overtaking here at Valencia. Down the inside we go, accelerate through the corner, up another position. P32, it is for me. Happy days indeed. Wow, fight back begins. As you heard, the fight back begins. I was properly fighting back here. I was trying my very best as we catch up to the McLaren now. McLaren up ahead there. And you know, just get a bit of oversteer through this corner. So I'm like, okay, they may have damage or something, because So due to get so much oversteer into that corner, you see we got very close to them then as we head towards the kink. We're going to go into this. Through we go. Can we send it down the inside then on this corner once again? Here we go. There it goes towards the outside. I'm going to send it down the inside then. Postage. Here we go. As we go down and through. Got to give him some room on the exit. But this Ferrari does struggle a little bit in a straight line, I found. Maybe it's a setup that I'm using more settled for the corners, because I do feel like it was very strong in the corners, this car. As you see there, the McLaren pulls ahead once again as we head towards turn 1. Just slowing down a little bit here. Don't want to rear end them. Through we go. Carry that momentum potentially. Hopefully we can send it down the inside into the hairpin then. Oh, we're not alongside. Are we going to send it? No, not quite. Oh, they've got a bit deep here. They've got deep. Okay, accelerate out of here. We should have this then. As we continue on through side by side. Here we go in towards the right hander. They've got the inside line though. As we go into here, I'm thinking, come on, let me have it now. Let me have it. Please let me have it. But they're defending this very well indeed. And they do defend it. Look at that. Beautiful racing there with Antle. I really wanted that position. I really did. But unfortunately, they didn't want to give it me. So we've got to fight this one. Got to really fight indeed. So we advance further on a little bit here towards the end of the lap then. Through we go. You see that oversteer in the McLaren once again. This time, I know they've had a bad exit here. Got drive through there for car number 25. That should be another car that we overtake here. As we look down the inside of the McLaren then. That car 25 is nearly out the pits now. But we're going down the inside of the McLaren then. Are we going to get this done side by side into here? It's very dangerous. We do get it done. Happy days. P30 then. 2 positions gained there. And we're actually in the top 30 now, as some of us have taken those drive-through penalties. Oh, the Porsche gets it all wrong there. In towards the last corner. That's P27 for us. We've got somebody else in the pits for track limits then. Up ahead, car number 27 in the pits there. That's the Mercedes-Benz. That will be us up into P26. Question is now, can we get a top 20? That's my new goal in this race, because I'm P26. Still an hour of the race to go. Everything is possible. Everything is definitely possible. So we've got half the race to go now, 45 minutes. I've been sprinting away. We're in P14 because of pits. And I decided at the very last second to actually repair the damage. I was like, okay, I'm in the 32s here. I really should be in the 31s. I'm going to repair the damage. Now, I did increase the fuel there. But what I actually do, a bit stupidly, I would say, as we do slow it down in the pits, is I decide that I need to change the pit strategy and then don't change the fuel again. Which was a bit of a moment there, shall we say. We're all fine this time. No pit dodgy moments there on this race. As we leave the pits, car 25 has jumped me in the pits because I repaired that 14 seconds of damage as we head on out then. P27, so we still gain some positions here. We have a car on our inside. We continue on this line. Unfortunately, they're going to...
Come on, dude.
They're going to tap me there, as you hear me say, come on, dude, because... You know, you got to be wary there. They will tell you a car is leaving the pitch. You've got to give some safety net, but they lost more than I did there. I just got 2 seconds of damage, which I just repaired. Now, the RDR right there spins. That's a back marker. Car 32, who we overtook earlier on. But we are in P26 now. Oh, it's got a slow car up ahead. What's happening through here? Oh, hello. We've got cars absolutely everywhere. 25, 24, P23. They're having a big old battle, and we've taken all 3 positions. We'll try and have a look at that in the bloopers on what on earth happened with those cars. So, P23, we catch up to car 32 again as we go into here. And they go too deep here. Oh, causes me to lose a lot of time here. That's easily 4 or 5 temps. 4 temps there actually lost, I would say, as we head towards the last corner. We saw that time creeping up. But yeah, a bit frustrating that, losing 4 temps. We are looking to catch car 25 as we advance further on. It's now a second to the car ahead. We've got a slow car up ahead as well. Who on earth is this as we head on towards the last corner? One's going around the outside of somebody there. Oh, yes. Okay, car 25 goes around them. Blink of their back marker. We go around the outside of them as well. Use a bit more time, but arguably car 25 lost a little bit more than we did. You'll notice my fastest lap now, 31.4. That was with a lot of fuel, so it shows you how much I lost in qualifying, because I really did lose a lot of time in qualifying. So the leader has caught up to us. I have advanced a bit further on in the race. 10 minutes to go here. The leader is within that 0.3 gap that I always say. Once they're there, you really should let them go. And that's what I'm going to do here. They flash, just make their intentions clear as well. Beautiful racing. Everybody understands where everybody wants to go there. Nobody is a loser, and everybody sort of carries on with their race. So happy days indeed. Well played to Razir here, leading the way by quite some margin as well. You get past car 25 up ahead, and we're looking to try and catch up to them as they go deep here. Just a bit of washout, I suspect, from being so close to P1 there. And the fight's on, folks. The fight is on for P22. P20 looking out of sight now, though, with 7 minutes to go. I can't even see where P20 is in terms of time as the leader goes past P21 there. So that is another position that we could potentially fight for here as we advance further on in the race. 5.5 minutes to go. You can see the battle for P21 really is on now. It's Ferrari versus McLaren versus Ferrari as we head down in towards the last corner. One of my favorite overtaking spots. You see here, I get very close on the brakes. I actually have to avoid going too close to them as we go through that last corner there. That will be track limits for the car ahead. We have 2 of those as well. We got them very early on as we left the pit. As we continue across the line. And look at this, they're going aggressive with the defense now. That's all you need to do now. 5 minutes of the race to go. You defend for your life for what position you have. As we go into the left-hander then. Can we carry the momentum? Not quite. Just washed out a little bit. The McLaren down the inside of the Ferrari. He's going to get it done. That's the question. Can I follow suit? I jump in there. Here we go. Through we go then. And oh no, they've got a nose in. They've got a nose in as we head towards the right-hander. Oh no, I was hoping to follow through, but Garcia defends that very nicely indeed. I can see they're struggling with their tyres though. I really can see that because they've just dropped back massively throughout this entire race. So they've obviously got a very aggressive setup. And Coach Dave Academy setups are not aggressive. They are very good on tyres, to be fair, as you're seeing right here. So we advance further on in the race then. 2 minutes 50 to go in this race. Can we get the move done on Garcia? Well, Garcia decides to go deep, and I'd follow them, actually, there. I really do follow them, but we get up into P22. I nearly followed him off. I did nearly follow him off. I did indeed. So let's fast forward a little bit more here. As we go through here, we've got a slow car warning up ahead. And P21 has been off there. Shipper has been off. So we're up into P21. P20 is in the distance now. We can see P20. This is on, folks. This is on. This is potentially on then as we leave that corner. Let's advance towards the last lap then. Oh, sorry. No, it's not the last lap. Oh, hello. We've got a flying car. I need the X-Files song, don't I, for that one? Anyway, through the left-hander. Server was playing up a little bit in this one. And up ahead, here we go. Final lap for P20. Can we do it? Here we go then. So we cross the line. And what I didn't notice, and you may notice in the bottom left, somebody is in the pits. Somebody's in the pits. We're actually P20 now, but at the time I thought I was fighting for P20 still. So through that left-hander we go. Can we get P19? That is the question. But in towards the break-in zone we go. You see the server just messing up a little bit then as we go through that left-hander. We're getting closer and closer to car 25 then as we head in towards the double right. I have to be careful on this corner a little bit. It was forcing the rear end out a little bit here as we go into the second one. Then the server just pushing me up a little bit. I hate it when it does that. Really puts you off in a corner because you think you've got it and then they just suddenly reappear as we go into the left. Then, oh, a bit deep once again. Through we go. Lose 0.3 of a second there. Oh, we lose it out in this position. I'm not too sure here. The McLaren keeping it for now then as we head towards this long left-hander. Now, you saw how much I did gain on them here last time. And you can see, again, look how much I do gain on this corner. Very good in the corners, this setup. Very good indeed. Maybe it's the car. Maybe it's the setup. Maybe it's a combination of them both. I'm not too sure as we go in to this long right. And it tightens as well. The good old rally-type corner then. Through we go. 0.2 of a second ahead then. Every chance at my favourite corner, folks. Every chance. Going into this right-hander. That put me up a little bit there where they had a bit of movement then. Through the left-hander we go. All they've got to do is defend this where they can. So I'm going to go around the outside then. Here we go. I absolutely send it. You see how much I gained on the brakes then. Round the outside of this last corner. Can we do it as we head towards the line? No! No, not quite there. The McLaren keeps it. Oh, but it was good fun. Brilliant racing there with car 25 Weimar. I think I appreciate that race. It was good fun indeed. And you can see my overall finish there, where I realized I did finish in P20. If you did like it, folks, do give it a like and do subscribe to the channel. But don't go anywhere, folks, because it's now time for some bloopers. So first up then, let's have a look at this. Well, the big drift that I ended up in because of a slight tap then. So the Lamborghini gets mugged off by 2 Ferraris. Going to here then on the brakes. They dive down the inside. It looked like Ferrari ahead went for avoiding action. They were the ones that hit me then. So whose fault was that? Let's rewind this a little bit then. Let's have a look. Coming into here. Oh, yeah, you see, look, the Ferrari just tries to avoid the Lamborghini absolutely sending it, but I'm still on the outside, and that causes me to, well, I gave them loads of room, so it definitely wasn't my fault, that. And yeah, just a bit frustrating, really. Next up then, why did it happen under the brakes? Coming into here then, look, it just instantly spears left there on the brakes, so very bizarre. Very, very bizarre. If you do know what happened there to me, maybe it's the damage that caused it, I don't know. Do let me know in the comments. Right, heading towards the left hand then. What happened here? Lamborghini, oh, taps his teammate, it looks like. Going through here, and then, oh, I wouldn't have accelerated there. Because actually, to hit car 1 was having a nightmare in this race. My word, they were getting contacts everywhere. Heading headed towards the last one then. This is how Schwipper died, that we did see. Oh, hello. Yeah, hits the bump, goes flying, and a bit of network lag in there as well. And that was the end of that one. That's also the end of this video, folks. If you did like it, give it a like. Subscribe to the channel, stay in touch with all the latest content, including our journey to 40k. And there is 2 videos there with last week's LFM Pro Series, if you want to check that out. That's it for me. I'd say thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in another video live stream again very soon.